I'm Hope.
And I'm Larry.
From Under the Median. Today we're going to tell you what to do when budgeting seems to be
a drag.
That is right. We're going to tell you how to put the joy back in your life, even though you are living on a budget. Today we have 5 strategies for you that are really going to help you when you feel like, oh my gosh, I'm the hamster on the wheel, the hamster on the wheel, hamster on the wheel. and you feel like you're like going around and around and around and you're not real sure if you're even making any forward progress. Because it feels that way sometimes, right? All right, so we raised 4 boys on a less than moderate income. We were always below the U.S. national median income. And so we're not going to lie to you. Is it easy?
No, it's not.
No, it has not been easy. But has there been joy?
Oh, yeah.
There has been lots of joy.
Yeah.
So we're going to tell you some of the strategies that we really employed in all of these years of raising boys on a not so good income and just really feeling like there is joy in life. And it's not just, feeling like, oh my goodness, I got to get up and do one more day after the other. So the first strategy we have for you is that you need to know that your basic needs are met. Mm-hmm. So make sure that you are living on a written budget and employ what we call our BBB. So when we would get like really bummed and feel like, we just really aren't going to be able to meet any goals at all. I think there were points where we were like, we don't think we're going to move forward at all. Mm-hmm. I would write down what we called our emergency budget. Mm-hmm. So we call it our bare bones budget now. And it's the budget that tells us, wait a minute, put it all in perspective, because once you know that your food, clothing, transportation, and your housing are met, you know there's going to be a roof over your head, you know you got enough money for food in your stomach, you know you got enough money to feed your kids, then all of a sudden you're like, wait a minute, something magical happens.
Yeah, it gives you peace of mind.
It does, and it gives you perspective, and you're like, wait a minute, I need to stop freaking out about some other peripheral things and realize we're going to be okay.
Yeah.
The second strategy is you need written goals. Throughout the years when we have helped people learn to budget, we've gotten a wee bit of pushback on the idea of written goals. And we tell people that they need written goals because?
Well, without goals, it's like driving without a road map. You need to know where you're going. You have to have a destination, and a goal gives you that. It also gives you some incentive to get there. Once you have something set, you say, I want to get there, and this is how I'm going to do it. It gives you a pathway.
In regards of knowing how you're going to do it and having something that's written down, we have some really great graphics that we offer in our shop that help you to be able to visualize the journey and where you're at and where you need to go. And if you will look down below in the description, you will see that there is a link to that in our shop, and it's a 45-page ebook that tells you everything you need to know about how to budget, pay off debt, plan goals, and make sure that you're getting from point A to point B. Mm-hmm. All right, the third tip is to embrace simplicity.
Absolutely.
I think we have talked to so many people personally that are like, okay, COVID-19 was horrible, and I can do nothing to make it in any better than it was a hard situation. Mm-hmm. But it forced a lot of people to slow down and evaluate whether all this stuff, all of these activities in their life was really adding that much value.
Frankly, it kind of gave us a little chance to come up for air. And It's wonderful when you get that opportunity and you think, what was all this busyness about? I mean, what did we really need to be doing out of all the things that we've been involved with? Yeah. It was really nice. It was like a little respite.
Yeah. So continue as the country begins to reopen and we all begin to go on with life. We would challenge you to consider continuing at least some of that simplicity and really taking a look at some of those extra things that you were doing to fill your days and nights and think, do I really want to keep doing that? Because if you were overly busy, and we were there before COVID-19 hit, I mean, he would come home from work and I'd say, I just don't think I can keep going. Because we still have kids at home. We're still raising 2 of the 4 boys. And honestly, you get, especially when your kids get older and they get in high school and they are really busy. And sometimes your schedule is dictated by their schedule. And and you get to where you're going too many different directions. And we were there.
Yep.
And the minute this hit, I mean, we just sort of all went, oh. So consider that simplicity, because honestly, we feel far more joyous now than we did 3 months ago moving forward, having figured out what we want to keep on the schedule and what we just really want to ditch.
Absolutely.
All right, strategy 4, put money in its proper place. Money, listen to me carefully, meet my eyes. Money is a means to an end. Money is never the end. Money is meant to pay for things that we need and things that we want. But money in and of itself, it's not something you really want to strive just to gain money for the sake of gaining money. And we tell our boys this all the time, that you need to really understand the purpose of money. Now, as Christians, we believe that all of our money is really God's provision for us, and we are but stewards of what God has given us. So it's our responsibility to figure out how to use in the best way we can money that has been granted to us to use. And so that just puts it in a whole different perspective.
Yeah.
So that we realize we're not actually the owners of the money in the first place. The fifth and final strategy is that no matter how much money you make, we would challenge you today to deliberately find ways to spend time with each other.
Yes.
And spend time with your kids that cost absolutely nothing. Now, here's the reason why that is important. Because none of us wants our kids to grow up and at the end of the day equate money with love or money with happiness, because they are not the same. So if you are looking for some really great ways and great ideas for not only providing some self-care for no money, some really great date night ideas that we came up with, and really great resources for spending time with your kids, for spending absolutely no money. So we sort of compiled this list. It is a list of 60 ways that you can have fun without spending a dime. And if you will look in the description of this video, you will see that I have put a link there, and you can sign up to receive that little ebook absolutely free. It comes with graphics that show each of the ideas, and I divided them up into 3 areas: time with kids, time with your spouse, and time alone. And it's a great graphic, and it's got little check marks, and you can check off each one as you try it. And there's 60 ideas on there. So look in the link, and you can find those ideas. But we have done a number of different things with our kids over the years. They spent absolutely $0. What are some of the ideas that we have done?
Well, I think one of the most enjoyable things that I like to do with my boys is we go for bike rides. And we'll head off. We've got a trail located just a half a mile from our house. And we'll go to a nearby park that overlooks a beautiful river valley. We like to do Friday night picnics, also up at that same location. Board games, all kinds of games. We play a number of different games. Those don't cost anything.
Oh my gosh, laugh! Oh my word, have we laughed together?
Yeah.
During board games.
I had kind of a fun thing this morning that we did. I had all of my boys, I got 4 boys, I had all of them participate in helping me mow the lawn.
Was that fun?
It was, because
it was fun for you.
I asked them what's the hardest part of the lawn, and they said the trimming and the hills. So I did that, and then I sectioned off the lawn for each one of them to have a little section to do, and I kind of watched them. A couple of them are kind of learning how to do it, so I supervised that. But it made it light work for all of us. So we've got a pretty good sized lawn, and it just made it fun, I thought, just to have them all participate in that. But we all share in chores, and I know chores don't sound like fun, but you can have fun while you're doing work together. The other thing that Hope likes to do with the boys is she likes to do a lot of cooking with them. And Daniel, one of our third son, and Hope work just side by side together, but the other ones will get involved in and getting items for her, running between the upstairs and the downstairs kitchen. But that gets them involved.
Another idea that's like really good for this, it is really hot out here, you guys can probably tell. But because we mowed the lawn, we came out here to do our YouTube videos so that you guys could see, like, our lawn looks really good. But it's really hot out here. And so, like, water fights with your kids, what a blast.
I would be up for that right about now.
Oh, my goodness. I'll never forget. This was years ago. We challenged the kids to a Nerf gun fight. And so our oldest sons dressed up in sunglasses with these Nerf, like, I don't know, they were big guns. And they sent us this message that said, it's on Thursday night at 7 and the old people are going down. And so we sent them a message back and said, we are older, but we are wiser. Game on. So those are just some ideas, but you will find 60 such ideas in the ebook, and it is listed in the resource link for this video. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, I want you to give it a thumbs up. Leave us any questions that you have in the comments, and we're happy to respond about how we really sort of kept the momentum going and kept having a spirit of joy and abundance in the journey, even though we were living on a really, really slim budget. So like Under the Median, subscribe to us, and we will see y'all next week. And it will help you to move forward. And I am just rambling on. Where should we clip this?
I don't know. I think we should start over.
Do you really? Okay.
Let me listen to see how our levels are.
Yeah, see what that looks like. Because I feel like we're still rambling a little bit.